we're good to go? Okay, so last year at the Offsite, we did a similar station rotation situation where we all did exactly what you're doing. And I was a part of that, like, just walking around. And I remember the only thing I remember from all of it, for all the preparation everyone did, for all of that, the only thing I remember was Tim, our CEO, singing Michael Jackson. And it was like a tenuous leap to what the content was. I just remembered the song. So I thought, you know what? And Kate also encouraged us, find a way to make this memorable. And so we really went for it, with the goal of making sure that this content is something that you don't forget. So what I'd love for you to do is pull out your playbooks. And you'll notice in the flow chart, there's notice a problem or opportunity at the top, and then you have inkling as a bubble, and then you have, or post an inkling, and then you have let it rest. You're seeing what I'm seeing? Yes. So those are the bubbles we are responsible for today. And so we, in that light, with the sort of the whimsy and the memorable efforts, we would ask you to indulge us as we present to you a hero's journey in 2 acts. You are the first group that has clapped up. So this will be good. This will be good. I'm feeling it. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Penelope. Penelope was a smart and industrious young woman, a perfect citizen of the land of contractor success. One cloudy afternoon, as she was processing reams of payroll, she came across a big, hairy problem. Penelope knew that many people could be affected, and she was filled with a paralyzing fright.
What if the problem was more dangerous than I thought? What if doing something just made it worse? What if it's all in my imagination?
In her moment of deepest bewilderment, she had sudden good fortune. Frederick the Wise emerged from behind her somehow.
Oh, Frederick, I'm so afraid. This problem could spell disaster for my people. Whatever will I do?
Frederick pondered thoughtfully and said,
My dear Penelope, if you are unsure whether or not you should pursue a solution, you may pick one of 2 paths. Post an inkling for your people, or let it rest. But the greatest problem is to choose to do nothing at all.
Frederick and Penelope spoke for a few minutes until Penelope finally decided.
I don't know if this problem is important enough to take on. I will post an inkling for my team to respond. Then we will all know better if we should fight this problem together.
Well, Penelope did post that inkling, and others among her people rallied around the problem together. These days, in the land of contractor success, it is said that the problem has not returned to this day. Act 2. Meanwhile, in the far-off Italian village of BDCCT, the intrepid Trevor was looking for his fortune. Trevor had heard of the untold riches on the sterling silver shores across the ocean, and he knew if he could only rally enough resources, he could bring back enough for the whole village to live on for years. Now, risky ventures at this time there was less of an appetite for risky ventures because the resources were scarce among the citizens of the BDCCT. Trevor did not know what to do. Much to Trevor's surprise, Frederick the Wise appeared from just behind him somehow.
Oh, Frederick, what do I do? I see the opportunities abroad, but I cannot make my team see. And I can't go alone.
Frederick pondered thoughtfully and said,
Sometimes when an opportunity appears and it's not clear whether or not it's worth pursuing, the best course of action is to let it rest for a time.
After more discussion, Trevor reluctantly agreed.
But Trevor,
Frederick thoughtfully stated,
to let it rest, you must truly let it rest. No secret schemes and no complaining to the other villagers.
Again, with reluctance, Trevor nodded his head. 1 year later, when the tides had changed, Trevor did take to the seas, towards the fortunes on the sterling silver shores, and he did it with many of the villagers in his crew. with a problem or an opportunity, we need you to know what to do. So we thought, how can we help you figure out what to do? And the best way we could think of was a song. So we would like to present you with this, and there will be some participation, so be ready. Gang, are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready! Yeah!
When you have an idea but you don't know what to do, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
If you're not sure that it's something that is worthy to pursue, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
Write hashtag INKLING, then post it on Teams for your whole team to see. For perspective on your problem or your opportunity, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
Very nice, very nice. If you stumbled on something but it's not a big deal, let it rest.
Let it rest.
If it's painful but you're positive that time will make it heal, let it rest.
Let it rest.
Now don't let fear control you or tell you what to do. It's the times that we are scared that we should often follow through. But if you can really let it go and promise not to stew, let it rest.
Let it rest.
Wow, well done,
That
gang.
was
Give them a hand. So at this point, we need to know you'll know what to do. And the only way we can think of was when we say let it rest, you're going to sing.
Let it rest.
Yes, and when we say post an inkling, you're going to say.
Post an inkling.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, here we go. When you have an idea but you don't know what to do, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
If you're not sure that it's something that is worthy to pursue, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
Write hashtag INKLING, then post it on Teams for your whole team to see. For perspective on your problem or your opportunity, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
If you stumbled on something but it's not a big deal, let it rest.
Let it rest.
If it's painful but you're positive that time will make it heal, let it rest.
Let it rest.
Now don't let fear control you or tell you what to do. It's the times when we are scared that we should often follow through. But if you can really let it go and promise not to stew, let it rest.
Let it rest.
Write hashtag INKLING, then post it on Teams for your whole team to see. For perspective on your problem or your opportunity, post an inkling.
Post an inkling.
If you can really let it go and promise not to stew, let it rest.